want you to imagine something here. Like, how bad is your Christian practice before people when the court has to literally stop you from praying? Like, our country is not against Christianity, or they do all kinds of things that are contrary and stuff. But in a sense of which, when something that's not restricted becomes restricted for you in a particular space, that's exactly what happened with Prophet Mboro when he appeared in court today. It's the Reality Show, daily Christian commentary video. If it's the first time over here, be sure check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm gonna check you out over there.
What is happening with accused number one? It seems like you are not listening. You please, my good sir, you cannot pray while the court is in session. Please allow the matter to be postponed. If you want to pray or act in a particular way, you can only do so when we are done with the matter. I'm explaining consequences for failure to appear, and you are looking up as if you are praying. That is not an appropriate way to do things. Please, can you please advise your client? I will repeat that part for his benefit. Yes.
Now, we all understand being the light of the world and having our thing. But at the same time, the same way the Bible tells us, when you do your good deeds before men, you've already received your reward. The Bible tells us that we should do our deeds before our Father who sees what is done in secret. Okay? That tells us something. Yes, there are things that we do publicly, but then the things that we do publicly shouldn't be show off to try and create some sort of an idea about what our walk with God is. Okay? We must be clear. There are ways to display faith without these things that Mboro does. Okay? I mean, like when he appears in court, he constantly has this thing, because he has this face that he puts on of supposedly praying in court. And it becomes, this creates the headlines and whatnot, so it becomes more performative. It's like he's performing. It's like, so it's going to annoy the judge either ways. And he can't stand it. You can see, you can see he can't stand it, because he's so used to this be the best Christian in the whole country. Like he has this thing at the back of his mind. You'll remember when he went to Alf Lukau's church. You'll remember that entire thing. Mboro went out and he even knelt outside in front of his car with all doors opened. Like it was it's performative. It's performative. It's not that we are saying don't pray. It's that it has been clear that Mboro sees Christian practice as a way of getting the eyes of the world on himself. He sees it like that. You remember, like, it was like so unnecessary. And he was there kneeling outside, doors opened, and it's like unnecessary. So the judge sees all these things that he's been doing. Every single time he appeared in court, he would be there with this idea, or as if he was supposedly praying. And so the judge sees these things and he's like, dude, let's not have that. All these things of pretending to pray before us. Don't do that. Just pay attention and think, like, why can't you pray other times? Why can't you pray before? You have a Christian telling can you pause the prayer? Why? Because it's performative. We're not even saying that stop praying. No, if he was genuinely praying, he would not be praying there. That's the bottom line. If Mboro was really genuinely praying, he would not be praying before the judge. I mean, like, the judge is speaking and then him is there busy, supposedly mumbling what seems or what looks or what's supposed to look like prayer. And so the judge was like, hey, Emuna, Bona, we're not about that life. Okay? The judge might be a Christian and he's like, the performative stuff gets in the way of what we are doing here. Just listen to what I'm saying and you can pray. You remember last time when he appeared in court, when they entered the premises of the court, him and his followers, they knelt at the door and pretended to be bowing and supposedly pray. Like, why couldn't you pray when you were outside? Why couldn't you pray when you were at your church before you got inside? Why does it have to be in front of the where the cameras are? That's where they are supposedly starting to pray. That's why the Bible says, those works that you do before men, you've received your reward. That's what it means. If you think about it, even in the way that he appears, I've noticed this a lot alongside with what he's been doing lately. It's when he goes preaching now, he holds this family Bible. You know how big a family Bible is, and he's I don't know if he's trying to preach from a family Bible. We are all Christians. That thing is heavy. How do you preach holding that thing? There are smaller Bibles. Why can't he hold? But it's the best way he can look Christian. The best way he can look Christian as possible, that's what he is going to do. It's performative. It's like he is on a cosplay. The Bible just forms part of his uniform. The performance gets in the way. And so the judge told him, excuse me, please stop doing that when you are in here because it gets in the way. That's why I've personally said countless times, personally, I'm not convinced Mboro understands Christianity. I'm not convinced he is a Christian because he does things that I'm like, if he was a Christian, he would know how to do that right. Not that don't do it. No, that's not the point. The point is don't do it. The point is you would know the context and the right place to do that. Not to win people's eyesight. I mean, like nobody's, just in case, maybe he doesn't know, nobody is deceived by it. It's like, it's just play. Only you are convinced that it does something in everybody's side. It's just in the way. Because he sells it. He wants to sell it so much that he's Christian. He wants to sell it so much that he's reading the Bible. Like, just a normal Bible would do. Normal Bible would do. You ain't gonna be holding that. You know how heavy a family Bible is. Even when he does his prayers outside, those ones where he kneels outside, he's lately been holding this thing. That thing is huge. You don't have to look more Christian than anyone else. You just be Christian. Just be Christian. Like, be a genuine Christian. Don't try to convince all of us. We are not convinced. You just be Christian. And actually know what it means to be Christian. But you've heard some of these doctrines and the things that he believes and stuff like that. It kind of tells you thinking. And so, when, in case you saw that, you can tell me your comments down below. For me personally, I don't think the judge was off. Because he's performing. Mboro is performing what he perceives. It's not Christianity. He's performing what he perceives as Christianity before the eyes of the world. You don't need to carry this huge Bible. You don't need to carry the biggest Bible. Hey, Charlie is difficult. Charlie is difficult. It's a lot of work. You must work overtime. Why? Because he is putting on a play. It has nothing to do with the court restricting him to pray. No, they're not stopping him from praying. It's just he does these things at a time when the court is in thing, and he's muttering words and closing his eyes and it's distracting. Just pray before. Or pray silently. Do you not know how to pray silently without being distracting to anybody? If the judge is saying things and is looking your direction and then you are doing all this kind, it's distracting. But I bet you now, there'll be baby Christians that want to defend that. Yeah, that's why he says, what your right hand has done, let your left hand not know. Why is it that you don't seem to have a relationship with God? Your relationship with God has nothing to do with us. So we don't have to see that. But that's just my thoughts. The Rich Reality Show, we do daily Christian commentary videos. Y'all tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. I thought, yeah, it's just distracting. You believe in God, you don't have to be so visible. Like, ooh, you know, even when the judge is saying it there, it's like, whoa, it's catching the spirit. I'm like, dude, you don't have to be. But personally, I believe it's because he has the wrong frame of a Christian in his mind. Yeah, tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. It's Ricky, and I'll see you later.